Hello, I'm Tiny Peter from WhatCulture.com. Tiny enough that you can see the Ubisoft sign behind me without me having to move out of the way. I planned on moving out of the... Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. It's, oh, that's a shame. He's so tall. He's just a tall man. There we go. Sorry, that was important to do, I think. That was good. And with me, tall old Ben from WhatCulture.com. Big Ben. Big Ben, Tiny Peter. Yeah. Hi. We've been at EGX this weekend. Yes. Things have been happening. We've been looking at games. We've looked at South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Oh my goodness, wasn't it a South Park game?
It was. Oh my God, it really was. Now, we were in a queue for about an hour to get in, and I said to Ben, look, we have to cover this because it's What Culture and we're here to do coverage, but I'm not really into my South Parks. But actually, I was pleasantly surprised. Ben, how did you find it?
Well, I am a big South Park fan, and I really loved the first one, The Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
So this is the one people have seen, I think, footage of, where you have to do the lap dance, which is a bit weird. You break into the strip club, and you have to find, I think their aim, without any context, their aim was to find a stripper with a penis tattoo or something. So you're asking about that, and you've got to, it's very RPG, you've got to go find various items in the environment in order to actually track down this woman. With little clues as to how to do that, which was kind of annoying, because while there was a tiny little sheet in front of us with the controls on, we weren't told whether that was stuff exclusively for within the combat sections or actually in the world. So you could actually do physical attacks and your special attacks when you're just walking around, not just in combat. And we didn't know that, and we only had a 15-minute time limit. You did manage to finish it. I unfortunately did not. But the main aim was to get the DJ to leave, right?
Yeah, well, the guy who you were with noticed that the DJ was calling out strippers' names, and that is what gets the stripper to come out on stage. So he basically announces them, and they go, "Oh, that's me, I'll come out." So the plan was to get the DJ to leave so that we could then hop on his microphone and go, "Come on out, Cindy."
Classy. My name was Classy.
Classy. As you say, very RPG-ish. I think that's actually what swayed it for me into actually thoroughly enjoying myself. I love how they've adapted very, very deliberately tropey, slightly ironic, like, this is an RPG game.
And QTEs and mini-games and stuff as well.
All that kind of thing. But they've just added this whole slightly warped social commentary, disgusting, obscene humour of South Park stylings into it. I really enjoyed the way they've meshed those two things together seamlessly. Yeah,
I mean, much like the first one, it looks just like an episode of South Park. It sounds like an episode of South Park. Again, kind of annoying that, you know, this isn't the best place to experience these games because you're getting thrust into a level, there's not enough time to explain how to play it, and we don't have a great deal of time to play it anyway. But it was really fun. It looks, I mean, it's Obsidian, isn't it, that do this, that are doing this, and they're clearly seasoned RPG makers, and the combat's come a long way. It's no longer just turn-based stuff, it's actually gone full Final Fantasy Tactics, so you can move to different things. You have moves that will hit certain squares or cubes that your enemies are in and stuff. So there's a real element of tactics to it.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the other highlight for me, is that I genuinely enjoyed the combat, and you can see that there's going to be, it will get hard. It'll be very easy for them to make that difficult for the player. But yeah, the way things interact with each other, you can see that, like, moving from one square to another allows you to get within or out of range of certain attacks. I noticed as well, my final attack, as I took the guy out, it had a knockback effect, and it bumped into the other guy, who then, like, punched him in the face. He, like, slid across, and the other guy went like that. So there's, like, combo attacks.
Superhero team-ups and stuff, because obviously it's all superhero-based this time. They're playing pretend with superheroes.
So
kind of amazing.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Assassin walking around there.
Yeah, I know. He says Ben from What Culture.
Hey, come on in. Come on in, assassin.
There's an assassin. Oh. You're on What Culture.
Hey, what are you doing, man?
Man, this is a dream come true. This is mental.
Yeah, here you are.
We're not even talking about your game.
We're talking about South Park right now.
Right,
what do you think of South Park?
I haven't had any chance to go and play it yet. Too busy working, man.
Yeah.
He threatened us. He said if he didn't want
to take a photo, he'd Resquiat in
Patche us.
Wrong game.
Yeah.
What? South Park.
So anyway, there was a knockback effect when I fired one guy across. Yeah. And
Is this all about superheroes this time rather than fantasy? And it just looks like loads of fun. Yeah. They're clearly being very South Park with it, if you know the whole deal with the skin color aspect of character creation. Are you familiar?
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
Okay, which is interesting, and we'll see how that plays out. But it looks brilliant. And
Should we acknowledge what that is?
If people aren't aware, basically the darker your skin color, the darker the skin color of your character, that's the difficulty of the game.
Yeah, it gets harder the darker skin you have, which is social commentary.
It's quite the social commentary, but the game itself shaping up very nicely. I have immense faith in Obsidian, and it is just like, again, being in an episode of South Park.
Yeah, it's an RPG, and it's doing actual RPG things really well, and it just happens to have South Park plastered all over it in a really good, not obnoxious way.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. So, stick with us for loads more coverage at EGX and South Park going forward, I guess. We'll get hold of that, play some stuff, tell you all about it.
Play some more of that.
We'll see.
Do a bit of that.
Gonna go and look for an assassin now.
Look for the assassin.
There's a Jedi over there. Yeah.
I don't know if the Jedi wants any
No,
part of this,
I wouldn't have thought so.
I'm really tired now.
Right, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you I've been Peter from WhatCulture.com.
Oh my goodness, I've been Ben from WhatCulture.
And we will see you very soon.